Afternoon again, everyone. I'm still inside. I've just finished at the toilet. Not that you wish to know that, but I found these on. See these on my way out. Mr. John Oliver, Master James Circuit, Joseph Bennett. And you can't help walk on some of them. That's very plain, isn't it? Your life, the remains of David Fraser, Esquire, who resided adjoining sanctuary. Died January 8th of January 1800, aged 55 years. Also Duncan Fraser, Esquire. Late judge, advocate and judge of the civil court at Gibraltar. Is that Gibraltar? Yeah, Gibraltar. Oh, that's interesting. Died 7th of November 1800. I can't work his age out, but I will photograph that one. Right, off we go. That's very interesting. And as I promised, more outside views, which we shall get now. Solid set of doors and beautifully carved too. And this is something I didn't notice on my way in. So we shall get a little snap of that. In my shorter TikTok Instagram video, I will share it on the page later on just for the sheer mirth of it. I was filming and all of a sudden you'll hear me go "Ooh!" and fall down a stair. Not onto the floor or anything, didn't break anything on mine or whatnot, but he fell. Anyway. But hey! Oh, it's cold out here. I'll get my hat on. Just going to pause you a sec. There we are. My hat on and do my coat up. It's very cold. I'll get some views of the outside. I don't know if there is that much, but we'll see. Bell Tower alone is a lovely thing to see. Apart from the vicar who gave his prayer, I didn't really see anyone in the church. It was quite quiet. Snow Hill Court. Now look, I like things like this. Look, you walk around here and then you see little tucked away places. The house, One Snow Hill. And this will take us round to its churchyard, which I didn't have any clue about. Oh God, my foot wasn't hurting so badly, and now I've really slammed down on it and hurt my foot and my back in the process. There's a parishioner over here and an abandoned building. Ooh. Oh gosh. Look. Mr. William M.I.N. Nah, that's a real shame. That's a shame. I tried to see the name, but look. The other thing I noticed, it might well be locked probably, but yeah, it is. Dash cool. So that goes into the crypt. Which is Lockhead. Which of course I knew would be the case, but there we have to try anyway, don't you? And this building here is abandoned. So goodness knows what it is. So yeah, there's not much more around this way. Is this one abandoned too? Yes. Yeah, a couple of abandons. Yeah. Ooh, rats. There's rats running around over there. I don't know if you heard the little running across the floor. There's rats. Most things don't bother me, but rats are not nice. It's not the kind of thing you want. So that will go down to the crypt then. Very interesting. But not stupid. Go back out.
I think as well because of what, do you know what I mean?
That was interesting, wasn't it? You get some pretty decent views here, look. The Old Bailey. The scales of justice up there, look. Zoom back out. Get you some nice views of the church. I want to get some pictures of this anyway. I've done the inside. So now is the outside. Let's point you up a minute. I can step backwards, that's fine. Making sure I don't get killed. There we go. And it's got another little churchyard area thing round here. But yeah, this little journey basically is from St Bartholomew's Hospital to here, which is a 2-minute journey. So yeah, look. The Old Bailey Viaduct Tavern, and the churchyard here is where we should be going into. We get some nice pictures from there. Let's get that lamp post out of it. Real fine and pretty. There ain't a great deal here to see. Oh. Just the church really, and the tower. The stained glass doesn't really look much from outside, does it? But as I always say, have a look, because it try and capture the whole of the building. A bit undodgy here, making sure I don't fall. In memory of all ranks of the 1st Battalion Royal Fusiliers and officers of the Royal Battalion Gurkhas and 31st Field Ambulance who were killed during the attack on Mazagrodna and Kaldari between 27th of November and the 17th of December 1943. Right, and that, ladies and gents, ends our tour of the Church of St Sepulchre. Hope you all found that interesting, and the history of it and whatnot. If you did, hope you enjoy it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care all, and wish you all well. Sorry guys and girls, it's me again. I didn't notice this bit over here. And it's Royal Fusiliers, so it is important. Poppy reef's been blown over, look. Let's put you back where you belong. just there. There we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop that hard. My hands are cold. City of London Regiment, in memory of those who gave their lives while serving in the 1st Battalion in the Korean War, July 1952 to August 1953. The Korean War is a war that doesn't much get spoken about that much, not like the First World War and the Second World War, but a lot of men died in that war as well. So I like these old lead things. They're like the old cisterns that they used to have, the water cisterns, and there's a gravestone here that's pretty well preserved. God, I've got an itchy eye for some reason. Charles Hill. Can't work out the top one. Mary, I think that is. Mary something Hill. Eldest daughter of Charles Hill. So, and then you've got Charles Hill, eldest son of the above. Oh, this is the family grave of Mr. Something Hill. That's really annoying. It's really worn out. Eldest son of the above, Charles Hill. Died August the 13th, 18... That looks like 36, aged 20 years. Also Mrs. Anne Hill, wife of the above. Ah, brilliant. So we got her name. Died January the 21st, 1837, aged 51 years. Also the above named, we got his name too, Mr. Charles Hill. Died December the 19th, 1846, aged 72. Also Mrs. Anne Austin, daughter of the above. Died February the 23rd, 1852, aged 41 years. So we know it's Charles and Anne Hill and their son Charles and daughter Mrs. Anne Austin, maiden name Hill. So yeah, and you do get a decent-ish view from over here. And there's a very, very old tomb here. Unfortunately, Mr. Edward Chandler, who died the 2nd of October 1781, aged 70 years. Also Mr. Edward Chandler Jr. died the 17th of February 1780, aged 37 years. Also Mr. Edward Chandler, son of the last named Edward Chandler, who died the 17th of May 1824 in the 56th year of his age. Then you've got also Anne Chandler, wife of the above. Hers is completely worn away, but that's the Chandler family. No one called Bing on there. Is that Chandler Bing? You get to see a lot of the past Londoners like this, and so you do learn some interesting stories, like that man that we saw in the churchyard around the back. Gibraltar, in memory of Sarah, the wife of Edward Chandler Senior. Many years inhabitants of this parish who departed this life of hope and joy to be resurrected last day of April 1779. So that's going to be the last day of April 1779. There is a verse under that, but it's very worn away, I'm afraid. And as you can see, any road. As I say, we've got the Old Bailey over there. Very imposing and fearful building for some. If you get on the wrong side of it. Stratford, Barbican, Central Criminal Courts. Yes, I dare say. Yes. Anyway, that's this one done. And as I say, hope you all enjoyed the video. Very historical church, a little bit of darkness, a bit of macabre, a bit of morbidity, which does me very fine, as you all know. I don't mind that kind of thing. It's all history and I find it interesting. I hope you did too. There's another one up there. Look, there's names here. Look, everywhere you look. This is one of these churches going to have a couple of revisits. Vicar was a really nice bloke actually, so I'll come back a couple of times, get to know him. Mr. Robert. That looks like POW. I don't know if that's POW. Died the 22nd day of December 1766 in the 65th year of his age. Even like the wording on these old ones is much more different to how we do it. Like we've got in loving memory of a dear mum and dad. I mean, you'll have things like maybe sometimes a most beloved husband or a most beloved wife and careful mother and things like that, and that's their version of us basically really putting the, like, showing the affection, because they did have the affection in those days. It was just done differently, wasn't it? You think of people being cold in those days. Look, the family grave of Mr. Charles Hill. I didn't see that on the side there, so I photographed that one. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone, and as I say, I hope you all found it interesting. Best wishes to all, take care, and I'll see you soon.